Sydney Sweeney is not currently slated to play a Bond girl in the upcoming James Bond adaptation from Amazon MGM Studios. The 27-year-old actress is not currently in negotiation to join the long-running series of spy movies, an insider told TMZ Tuesday. Speculation of Sweeney signing on with Amazon MGM for the big-budget blockbuster came after the rising star was in attendance at the Italy wedding of Jeff Bezos and Lauren Sanchez earlier this month. Sweeney is in business with Bezos and his new bride Sanchez on a separate project, a lingerie line that the wealthy tandem is funding via their venture capital company, Coatue. Reports of the Emmy-nominated actress' potential involvement in the project came amid widespread speculation she would steer her surging career in the direction of the Venerable film franchise. Daily Mail has reached out to reps for Sweeney and Amazon MGM for further comment on the story. Sweeney has been on a professional role in recent years. She's been seen in the 2023 romantic comedy Anyone But You alongside Glen Powell and starred in the 2024 horror movie Immaculate and 2025 Apple TV Plus thriller Echo Valley. Insiders told TMZ that tidbits the Euphoria actress will be cast in as a Bond girl are simply instances of wishful thinking on the part of her fans and not grounded in reality. Production on the motion picture has not yet advanced to the point where the roles were being cast. Producers last month earmarked filmmaker Denis Villeneuve to helm the director's chair and have not replaced the outgoing Daniel Craig in the title role. Villeneuve delved into detail about his appreciation for the James Bond franchise throughout the years in a statement confirming his involvement with the blockbuster film. Some of my earliest movie-going memories are connected to 007, the four-time Academy Award nominee said last month. I grew up watching James Bond films with my father, ever since Dr. No with Sean Connery. I'm a die-hard Bond fan. To me, he's sacred territory. I intend to honor the tradition and open the path for many new missions to come. The Dune director said of the Seven job, "This is a massive responsibility, but also incredibly exciting for me and a huge honor." The most recent release in the film franchise was the 2021 movie No Time to Die, which marked the final performance from Daniel Craig in the legendary role of the secret agent. Craig, 57, told the Sunday Times last year about the impact the role, which he played across 5 feature films from 2006 through 2021, had on his career as a whole. "Early on with Bond, I thought I had to do other work, but I didn't," Craig said. "I was becoming a star, whatever that means, and people wanted me in their films. Incredible." He added, "Most actors are out of work for large chunks, so you take your job offers, but they left me empty. Then bottom line, I got paid. I was so exhausted at the end of a Bond it would take me 6 months to recover emotionally. I always had the attitude that life must come first, and when work came first for a while, it strung me out." The world of James Bond is one that has long fascinated moviegoers with its high-octane action, espionage, seductive glamour, and unforgettable characters. Among the most iconic elements of the franchise is the Bond girl, a term that has defined generations of actresses who have starred opposite the suave, martini-sipping British secret agent. Over the years, the Bond girl has evolved from a decorative sidekick into a complex, often fierce and dynamic presence in the films. And now, as the franchise prepares for its next reboot following Daniel Craig's departure, rumors are swirling about who will be the next woman to carry the torch. One name that has been making headlines in this conversation is Sydney Sweeney. With her rapid rise to fame, critically acclaimed performances, and magnetic on-screen presence, many fans and insiders are asking the same question. Will Sydney Sweeney be the next Bond girl? Let's dive into the full story, from the history of the Bond girl legacy to Sweeney's skyrocketing career and everything in between. Before we examine Sydney Sweeney's potential role, it's important to understand what being a Bond girl has traditionally meant. Since the very first Bond film, Dr. No, 1962, the leading women in 007 movies have become cultural icons. Ursula Andress set the bar as Honey Rider, emerging from the ocean in her white bikini, a moment now etched into cinematic history. Subsequent Bond girls range from femme fatales to fellow spies, scientists, love interests, or mysterious villains. Names like Jane Seymour, Live and Let Die, Barbara Bach, The Spy Who Loved Me, Michelle Yeoh, Tomorrow Never Dies, Eva Green, Casino Royale, and Lea Seydoux, Spectre, No Time to Die, all brought something unique to the role. Over time, the franchise modernized its depiction of women. No longer just eye candy or damsels in distress, recent Bond girls have been intelligent, capable, and sometimes even more dangerous than Bond himself. So where does Sydney Sweeney fit into this evolution? Born on September 12, 1997, in Spokane, Washington, Sydney Sweeney didn't arrive in Hollywood with a famous last name or industry connections. What she did have was determination, talent, and a business-like approach to acting that set her apart early on. After convincing her parents to let her pursue acting by creating a 5-year business plan, she began landing roles in indie films and minor TV appearances. Her breakout role came with HBO's Euphoria, where she plays Cassie Howard, a complex, emotional, and highly expressive teen navigating relationships, insecurity, and identity. Her performance was widely praised for its vulnerability and intensity. Sweeney also starred in The White Lotus, The Handmaid's Tale, and the erotic thriller Reality, further showcasing her range. With her company 50/50 Films, she's even producing her own projects.